When I think about the supply chain of 2025, I look back to what's possible in our personal lives now, where we really have them architected to keep us ready to act on anything that's important to us.
We will have continued customer empowerment. They're going to have more choice, more products being pushed into the market by our colleagues in marketing and the business, and we're going to be asked to be much more responsive to that demand.
I think the supply chain in 2025 is going to be a very different entity than what we see today. It's hard to imagine. I think it's going to be even more global. But I think what is the most important thing is that it's going to be adaptive.
Urbanization is going to influence us big time. The demographics of where we live is going to influence how the supply chain moves. And also climate change is going to play a big factor.
In the next couple of years, it's really going to start having the ability to take data from the end-to-end supply chain and really synthesize it and filter it so the heroes of the supply chain, the leaders, the practitioners, the managers, can use that to get to some of the quadrant 4 activities that they haven't been able to get to before.
Well, I think probably the best analogy for supply chain 2025 is just like we have dark matter and we have the dark web, supply chains are very dark right now. And the future is really going to belong to those companies that can not just get the light in terms of the data coming out of the supply chain, but really turn that data into insight, into knowledge, and into competitive advantage.
It's the theta dummy. It's a single source of truth. Finally, we're going to get to that point.
Break the silos. Make your supply chain uniform. Then make it intelligent. Then connect the device.
Start organizing healthcare around the demand or the need, not the supply. Right now, we organize around the hospital, around the physician, and we need to start organizing around the patient.
Don't miss the obvious. Have a purpose. Be relevant in the marketplace. And also, innovation is for everyone.
The number one thing a company has to do to prepare for the shift in supply chain is to figure out that cost is not the driver of their business. Today, we're so focused on that reduction of cost seems to be the primary rule that supply chains are running by. And in the future, it really can't be about costs. It has to be about return on investment.
How quickly can I get an insight and turn it into action and leverage that opportunity before it disappears?
We need to do that knowledge transfer from the people who have been successful with the technologies of the past and to hand over that human IP to the people who now can leverage the technologies of today. And I don't think enough of that is happening in our organizations.